Today's lesson is geometry word problems involving quadratic equations. Example number 1. The length of a rectangle is 7 centimeters more than its width. Find the dimensions of the rectangle if its area is 60 square centimeters. Let us draw a rectangle. This is the width and this is the length. If the width is 10 centimeters, then the length is 10 plus 7 or 17 centimeters because according to the problem, the length of the rectangle is 7 centimeters more than its width. So if we represent the width by x, then the length is x plus 7. Let x the width of the rectangle, x plus 7 the length of the rectangle. The formula for finding the area of a rectangle is A is equals to L times W. A means area, L length, W width. This can be written as L times W is equal to A by reflexive property of equality. Now, this can be also written as W times L. It does not matter whether you multiply the width first by the length or the length by the width because of commutative property of multiplication. So this is the width and this is the length. Multiply the width by the length is equal to the area of 60. So we have x times the quantity x plus 7 is equal to 60. Remove the parentheses by multiplication. Use the distributive property. X times x is x squared. X times 7 is 7x. We have now x squared plus 7x is equal to 60. Transpose 60 to the left side. Change its sign from positive to negative. So we have now x squared plus 7x minus 60 is equal to 0. Factor the left side. This is a monic quadratic trinomial. Find two numbers that will give a product equal to negative 60 and a sum equal to positive 7. Negative 60, try positive 12 and negative 5. Positive 12 times negative 5 is negative 60. Positive 12 plus negative 5 is positive 7. Positive 7 is equal to the coefficient of x. Write two parentheses, each beginning with x. After the first x, write positive 12. After the second x, write negative 5. X plus 12 and x minus 5 are the factors of x squared plus 7x minus 60. Equate each factor to 0. We have now x plus 12 is equal to 0 or x minus 5 is equal to 0. Solve for x. Transpose positive 12 to the other side and change its sign from positive to negative. We have now x is equal to negative 12. Transpose negative 5 to the other side, change its sign from negative to positive. We have now x is equal to 5, and this is the centimeters. This is the width of the rectangle. And then x plus 7 is equal to 12. The unit is centimeters, so 12 centimeters. X is 5, 5 plus 7 is equals to 12. This is the length. We are not going to consider x is equal to negative 12 because the width cannot be a negative number. We call this extraneous root. It is not the root of the equation based on the problem. So our answers are x is equal to 5 centimeters and x plus 7 is equal to 12 centimeters. The width is 5 centimeters, the length is 12 centimeters. If you want to check, 5 times 12 is equal to the area of 60 square centimeters. Example number 2. The lengths of two opposite sides of a square are each increased by 2 centimeters, and the lengths of the other two sides are each decreased by 1 centimeter. The area of the resulting rectangle is 70 square centimeters. Find the length of a side of that square. Let us draw a square. Let us represent a side of a square by x. Let x side of a square. So if this side is x, then the opposite side is also x. This is also x, and this is also x. The problem says two opposite sides of a square are each increased by 2 centimeters. Let us say these are the two sides. So this is increased by 2 centimeters, and this is also increased by 2 centimeters. And the other two sides are each decreased by 1 centimeter. Let us say these are the two sides. This is decreased by 1 centimeter, so x minus 1, and this one by 1 centimeter, x minus 1. So x plus 2, and then here x plus 2, x minus 1, x minus 1. The formula for finding the area of a rectangle is equal to A is equal to length times width. A means area, L means length, and W means width. The area of this rectangle is, according to the problem, 70 square centimeters. This is the square, and this is the resulting rectangle with a width of x minus 1 and length of x plus 2 and area of 70 square centimeters. So to find the area, multiply the width by the length, or the length by the width. So the quantity x plus 2, this is the length, times the quantity x minus 1, this is the width, is equal to 70, this is the area. Remove the parentheses by multiplication. Let us multiply the first term by the first term. X times x squared. And then the outer terms, x times negative 1, negative x. The inner terms, positive 2 times x, positive 2x. Positive 2x plus the negative 1x is positive x. Then the last terms, positive 2 times negative 1 is negative 2. So we have now x squared plus x minus 2 is equal to 70. Transpose 70 to the left side. Change its sign from positive to negative. We have now x squared plus x minus 2 minus 70 is equal to 0. Combine negative 2 and negative 70. We have now x squared plus x minus 72 is equal to 0. Factor the left side. This is the harmonic quadratic trinomial. Find two numbers that will give a product equal to negative 72 and a sum equal to the coefficient of x, which is understood to be 1. Negative 72, try positive 9 and negative 8. Positive 9 times negative 8 is negative 72. Positive 9 plus negative 8 is positive 1. Positive 1 is equal to the coefficient of x, which is understood to be 1. Write two parentheses, each beginning with x. After the first x, write positive 9. After the second x, write negative 8. X plus 9 and x minus 8 are the factors of x squared plus x minus 72. Next, equate each factor to 0. We have now x plus 9 is equal to 0, or x minus 8 is equal to 0. Solve for x. Transpose positive 9 to the right side. Change its sign from positive to negative. We have now x is equal to negative 9. Transpose negative 8 to the other side. Change its sign from negative to positive in centimeters. So x is equal to 8 centimeters. Length of a side of the square. We are not going to consider x is equal to negative 9 because the side of the square cannot be a negative number. So our answer, x is equal to 8 centimeters. Example number 3. The base of a triangle is 6 centimeters shorter than twice the length of its altitude. Find the length of the base and the altitude if the area of the triangle is 28 square centimeters. Let us draw a triangle. This is the altitude, and then this is the base of the triangle. Let x represents the length of the altitude. So this is x. According to the problem, the base of a triangle is 6 centimeters shorter than twice the length of its altitude. So 2x minus 6 represents the length of the base. 2x minus 6. The formula for finding the area of a triangle is 1 over 2 BH. B means base, H altitude. This can be written as 1 over 2 BH is equal to A by reflexive property of equality. This can be further written as BH over 2 is equal to A. We are going to use this in solving the problem. This is the triangle. The altitude is represented by x, and the base is represented by 2x minus 6. This is the formula we are going to use. BH over 2 is equal to A. B means base, H altitude, and then A area. So multiply the base by the altitude or the altitude by the base, and then divide the product by 2, then equal it to the area. So we have x times the quantity 2x minus 6 over 2 is equal to 28. This is the area of the triangle given in the problem. 28 can be written as 28 over 1. Cross multiply. So we have now x times the quantity 2x minus 6 is equals to 2 times 28. Remove the parentheses by multiplication. We have now 2x squared minus 6x is equal to 56. Transpose 56 to the left side. Change its sign from positive to negative. We have now 2x squared minus 6x minus 56 is equal to 0. Simplify the left side by factoring. Take out the greatest common factor. The greatest common factor is 2. Take 2 out. So we have now 2 times the quantity x squared minus 3x minus 28 is equal to 0. Divide the left side by 2 and the right side by 2. We have now x squared minus 3x minus 28 is equal to 0. Factor the left side. This is the harmonic quadratic trinomial. Find two numbers that will give a product equal to negative 28 and a sum equal to the coefficient of x, which is negative 3. Negative 28. Try positive 4 and negative 7. Positive 4 times negative 7 is negative 28. Positive 4 plus negative 7 is equal to negative 3, which is equal to the coefficient of x. Write two parentheses, each beginning with x. After the first x, write positive 4. After the second x, write negative 7. X plus 4 and x minus 7 are the factors of x squared minus 3x minus 28. Equate each factor to 0. We have now x plus 4 is equal to 0 or x minus 7 is equal to 0. Solve for x. Transpose positive 4 to the other side. Change sign from positive to negative. So we have x is equal to negative 4. Transpose negative 7 to the other side. Change its sign from negative to positive. So we have now x is equal to 7 in centimeters. This is the altitude of the triangle. And then 2x minus 6 is equal to 8 in centimeters. 2 times x, x is 7. 2 times 7 is 14. 14 minus 6 is equal to 8 in centimeters. This is the base of the triangle. We are not going to consider x is equal to negative 4 because the altitude cannot be a negative number. So our answers are x is equal to 7 centimeters and 2x minus 6 is equal to 8 centimeters.